Coming up in this week's episode.
Samantha Fox, as we all know, £9.99. You get 8 tracks from her chart-topping album, though, because we all know she had 8 songs.
£9.99. That's what's that? 30 quid, maybe.
It's £1 a song. 50-minute video. Sell it with her best-selling hits.
Yeah.
Greatest hits.
When it comes to the proof of delivery, it'll be a random picture of somebody's random doormat. Blurred as if they've taken it at 90 miles an hour from a motorbike. Yeah.
And it's always tricky when they say, can I just take a photo of the package when it's down on the floor? And I say, let me just kick my heels off, will you? Otherwise it looks really dodgy.
It's time to adjust those shoulder pads, backcomb what's left of your hair, and jump into the DeLorean for a look back at what's possibly the best decade anyone could ever have grown up in.
Shall we play a game?
This is Bring Back the 80s with your hosts James Alderson and me, Andy Jackson.
I'll get the hang of this one day.
One day,
Microphone
James.
in front
One
of me
day.
required. Have we got a logo?
Here it comes.
Look at that. It's just by magic.
By magic. Here it comes.
Be Kind, Rewind.
Another blockbuster.
Blockbuster.
And if you're not kind and you don't rewind, we're going to fine you.
Yes,
and
50p.
If you bring it back at a minute past midnight, even though the shop is shut, we're still going to fine you again.
We'll know. And of course, you can be kind because we've got a couple of years of episodes where you can go back and have a look at all of these over the last few years and see what waffle we've been going on about, because every episode is a brand new thing.
We started off in the humble beginnings. We started off in the Spring Art Centre.
We started
in
there.
the cafe, didn't we? We did that. We've done outside broadcast.
Yeah.
We've been to places far flung as the Wimpy
and Southsea. Yeah.
We've been to. Didn't we go to the pub? We did a pub as well.
Went to the pub. We went to a car park with the Talbot Horizon.
Yes.
And did a little posy moment there. And of course, we're going to end up in the summertime. Back at the Spring with a couple of live shows recorded June the 21st.
If you say we're going to be there, James, that was actually last week.
Oh, we've been there.
We were there.
Oh no, that's how we ended it. we aren't going to end up there. If you're watching this now, be kind, rewind, and you'll end up there. It's a week ago. Oh dear.
So still to come. So those ones that from the live show, I think eventually will make it onto the podcast. So there's still a couple more to come, but then we will be slowly petering out.
Yes, fading into the distance, much like our memories of the 80s.
Just to be fondly remembered.
Yes, exactly.
On the Big Bad. But one day this will become one of those cult programs. It'd be a bit like those cult programs that only a select few watched at the time.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they'll be rediscovered. Yeah. And then suddenly we will be viral. But sadly,
we're like Friends of the 90s, weren't we?
But by then we'll be dead by the time we're discovered, James.
Fingers crossed.
Dead or in jail.
Before they find us.
So the final non-live episode, again, it's all about music and things that we did back in the day. Yeah. And I mentioned at the beginning of the previous episode that Thursdays on the telly, when you came home from school, the font of all musical knowledge was there. As I said as well, sadly, we can't play you much in the way of music because of the ridiculous way that the copyright laws work. But let's just give you a little flavour of Top of the Pops on a Thursday night. And this is what was going on.
We start tonight with a song which is at number 2 in the charts. It's called Don't Leave Me This Way. Here are the Communards.
And that's all we're allowed to play.
Good old Gary Davies.
Ooh, Gary Davies.
And obviously a huge 80s
Gary
fan.
Davies, yeah.
He's on radio now, always talk about the 80s, always playing 80s stuff. Great. I've got a little advert here from Woolworths telling you where you can get your albums, and obviously with lots of money off money off albums. You can get a
album discounts,
pound off the wall. Michael Jackson, you get a pound off, 80p off, 50p off. I mean, there's big bargains to be had. Everybody needs Woolworths these days. That's what it said. Little did they know that fucking nobody needed it 20 years later. Get Des O'Connor for just $4.99.
Des O'Connor was going strong, wasn't he? For even when we were kids.
Yeah.
Old people like Des O'Connor.
Oh yeah.
And so when we grew up, obviously, sadly, he's no longer with us. But he just was one of these people who lasted forever.
Yeah. And if you spend £4, you'll be able to enter the Star Cars competition to win the Burlington Special Fiat 126 DeVille. Competition closed 30th of April 1980 though.
Oh, we missed the boat. Just missed it.
Damn it. So you go to your Woolies, you'd watch him, Gary Davies, you go to the Woolies, you might buy a cassette, might get some blank tapes to do a mixtape, or you might, especially if you did mixtapes and music tapes like I made, get some slushy number for the girlfriend,
Kylie and Jason,
especially for you. It's got a price sticker on, but the person's cocked up and they haven't put the price in on the price sticker, so it's a blank price sticker. But yes, and on the back, all I want to do is make you mine on the back. Here we go. Stock Aitken Waterman. Look at them there. Hey, Kylie's not changed.
Happy, yeah.
Jason has slightly.
Only a tiny bit. I don't understand with these people how they never ever get old. I'm just got distracted by this because of this Woolworths thing. You can have the album from Michael Jackson, or you got the Clash, or you got Billy Joel, or you got Elton John.
Yeah.
You mentioned Des O'Connor. Yeah. Also, you can get Jasper Carrot's latest album as well.
Comedians did this. I know. Billy Connolly, Rapsy Nesbitt, they all had albums.
Were they musical albums, or it was their routines?
Well, Billy Connolly would do an odd ukulele banjo something or other number. Jasper Carrot liked his guitar.
Yeah, because he used to do the Funky Moped, didn't he? That
Victoria
was one of the
Wood
things.
With a piano. They're all craving attention in some way. If you're not laughing at the jokes, please laugh at this. Please sing along to the tunes. It's like, oh, come on, anything. They would have.
That's where we've gone wrong, James.
We should have brought it out on
We should have
vinyl.
bloody had a vinyl thing. We should have had I could have brought a piano in.
Yeah.
You could have brought a ukulele in.
Yeah.
That's where it all went wrong.
Oh my goodness. My wife's always telling me to put my flute away. Right, and obviously we've got more and more music videos. So if you weren't making the mixtapes and you might have been recording stuff off of MTV. It came out in the 80s.
That was when it was music TV, rather than mindless reality TV.
Oh God, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because is there actually any music on MTV now?
I don't know.
Is it all just Americans, married at first sight in Florida meets Australia, Big Brother?
I don't know. Do people make music videos? I'm not even sure if they make music videos. Well, either way, you've got a pound off one if you want it.
Okay.
It does run out 31st January 1988. So that's the only
problem. We've run out of time with that one again.
Only
Damn it.
But yes, there's the voucher on the back. You could get Erasure, Samantha Fox, as we all know, £9.99.
That's expensive.
£9.99. You get 8 tracks from her chart-topping album, though, because we all know she had 8 songs.
£9.99. What's that? 30 quid, maybe.
It's a pound a song. £4 maybe. 50-minute video. Sell it with her best-selling hits.
Yeah.
Greatest hits. That's what Samantha Fox had. Greatest hits. He had the best hits. Under a Blood Red Sky, U2, Absolute Beginners, Birth of a New Age, The Teenage, with David Bowie, Sade, Ray Davis and the Star Council, and The Best of UB40. All $9.99, but obviously just $8.99 with
if you got the voucher off, yeah.
Hello. That
voucher does look like somebody has made that on their own computer, doesn't it? That looks like something you would do in Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
Could you get Paint in those days? Was it?
I think that's the start of it, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so vouchers. They were the answers. No codes were there to put in, apply, check out. Just to get a voucher somewhere in a magazine randomly to buy cassettes, blank cassettes, chart albums. Yeah, or if you couldn't afford any of that, maybe you still got this to play your music under your bed. The lovely Fisher-Price music box record player. You wind it up, and I think you did. Yeah, you did. Here we go. See if it still works. See if I can put a bit of music on.
Go on, put some music on.
See if you can guess the sound.
It's moving very slowly, James.
It's moving. It's not playing anything, is it? Oh.
Sounds like something from a nightmare.
Hickory.
That would be playing in the background in the horror movie bedroom.
If the lights go out now,
at the top of the house.
I'm going to shit myself. It's Hickory Dickory Dock. Of course it is. Yes. So yeah, if you couldn't afford to make your own music and record your own music off the charts, play your Fisher Price record player.
That's going to be going on forever now, James, isn't it? I remember when I was a kid, I had a genius idea, and I thought to myself, why has nobody ever thought of this? Because, with pocket money, very limited funds, but you always wanted to buy the new things. I thought to myself, well, why don't I be clever, go to Woolworths, buy the single, and then take it back?
Yeah, you recorded it,
Yeah, record it, take it back. Yeah. They weren't having any of it.
They didn't believe you.
They weren't having. There's nothing wrong with this, sir. Or sir.
It's the thing, that is one thing these days is you can pretty much take anything back now.
Instantly, yes, without any, there's no ifs, buts, maybes.
Do you think that's strange in the society we're in now, where everyone questions everything and everyone doesn't believe anybody and everyone's getting conned all the time?
Can you shut that thing up?
Sorry. Don't you think that it's weird that the society now is to be cautious and suspicious of everybody, but you can take anything back to a shop and they'll go, yeah,
no problem,
because they're worried about the social ramifications of being twats, and then you go on Twitter and go Argos a Bellends or something, and they go, what? And it gets 1,000 likes, and suddenly they got bad PR. And it's wonderful. It's sort of a good thing about social media is that you do have power a little bit more. You might have power to say the Earth's flat, but you also got power to say my knickers were too tight.
Yes, you can't take knickers back, James. No, you're not allowed to take knickers back.
Maybe I should start a company. I'll take all your knickers. I'll take all your used knickers, and I'll give you a $5.
And this is the last episode of the podcast, James. This is why.
Oh my goodness!
You ready for a mystery sound?
Oh, please.
Let's have a go with this one then.
It's a mystery sound of the 80s.
I've got no idea. But I've just been thinking, I don't think I put anything in the lunchbox. Have I put anything in the lunchbox? Is there anything in there? Let me have a little look.
There is something.
Is there something in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the last episode. Don't look. Look away. And I'll put it in now.
It's the mystery sound, and it's the lunchbox special surprise. I'm not looking, James.
Don't look.
I'm not looking. It's going very well.
You think after a couple of years I'd have this sorted?
I'm not looking.
No,
I'm not looking though.
It's in.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it now, James. I'm ready.
We're going to do it anyway.
Let's do it now, though. The excitement. Oh, it's not.
Oh, no? Should we watch this instead? What's this?
Have you got the one that goes
Album, cassette,
or CD?
Mad about music. See a specialist.
Our Price was obviously the other place you went to apart from Woolies. They spent a lot of money mixing live action with cartoons in that.
That was Space Jam, wasn't it?
Yeah, very well done.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
It was great. It was worth spending because just 20 years later they went bust, didn't they? So Woolies, Our Price. I've got a records and tapes Woolworth carry bag here because if I didn't have it, it would be in the sea or landfill.
Yes, so you saved a turtle.
I'm helping.
Definitely. That one looks like it's never been used, James. Mint condition.
I think so. It's got a slight bend in it, slight crease. But yes, probably used once and then just flattened and put away. But yeah, Our Price. I've got an Our Price carry bag. Could I find it? Could I bugger? But yeah, I've got this one. Woolworths and Our Price. They were the biggies, weren't they? To bring home your lovely records and VHS tapes and cassette tapes. I
remember one time the story of the when in the early days of Woolworths and their music departments, because they always used to have like a separate department of. Yeah. They made it like a record shop, and they would before everything was properly centralised, the person who worked on the tills in the bit of Woolworths would sometimes be the person who would order in the music for the next day. There was no science behind it.
No.
And whether this is an urban legend or not, apparently at one time there was a girl from a different country who was working there, and she ordered all of the favourite music from her home country to come in, rather than the stuff that was in the top 40. So that was an interesting day in that particular Woolworths where the people on the shop floor could make those kind of decisions.
Well, I never, because now of course it's, you know, it's coming in, we've ordered it, it hasn't come in, if it's not on the shelf, it's not there, and all that, because they've got no idea what they've got and when they're getting it, and how who's ordering it and how the system works. If it's not there, it's not there. But back then, someone would say to you, yeah, we're getting it in at 3:00 this afternoon.
Yeah, it would come in at a particular time, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And now they go, well, we get deliveries at 8:00 on a Thursday, but what comes in, we don't know. It just comes in. We don't have any control over what comes in. And they go, oh, thanks very much then. Thanks, cheers, sorry.
Yeah, they can't order for you. They can't get something in for you.
The system's bleeped it through. It knows it needs to order it, but it can't be asked. That's what seems to be the case. I'm like, I'll just stop wiping my ass then. Don't worry about it. If you haven't got toilet rolls, you haven't got toilet rolls, so just don't worry about it. But yeah, there's no connection between staff and the store now. The staff are there and they're floating about, but they don't actually really know what's happening. They're just there to
yeah. I think there is. Well, the thing is, as we know, bricks and mortars, really, there's no need for stores, is there? Really, there is no need for high streets. There's no need for shops you can go in. You can just order it. Yeah, just use your thumbs and it'll come. Somebody will come in a white van, and it'll come.
Yeah, walk over your flower beds and leave it at your front door and fuck off. Yeah, brilliant. Service with a smile.
Take the blurriest photo, even though the technology is there, you know, the order's gone up into space, it's going around and everything. When it comes to the proof of delivery, it'll be a random picture of somebody's random doormat, blurred as if they've taken it at 90 miles an hour from a motorbike. Yeah.
And it's always tricky when they say, can I just take a photo of the package when it's down on the floor? And I say, let me just kick my heels off, will you? Otherwise it looks really dodgy. You send my wife a message that her underwear's arrived and I'm there in red stilettos. I mean, obviously, you know, now shops don't need staff either. We can just use the automated machines and bleep ourselves out of there. So why the fuck they got staff, I don't know, because they know bod all anyway. But yes, it used to be that you'd go into these music stores and you could have a little booth and have a little listen,
have a little headphones. Yeah.
Before you spent your £10 on 8 Samantha Fox greatest hits tracks.
Yes.
I go, no, this isn't the one, actually. I was just looking at the album cover. See if it was a fold out. No, it's not. Oh well.
The thing is, though, as well, though, that's weird, though, because you technically, once somebody's played it to listen to it, that's no longer a new thing, is it? It's second-hand items, isn't it?
Yeah, they would sleeve, put it on the shelf.
They would swear blind that it was new.
Brand new, never played before. Yeah, and if you held a record on the bloody thing, people lose their minds, didn't they? You'd have to hold it like it was radioactive. Don't put your fingers on it. It's like, what? Sorry. A tape. I think for me, tapes were great. I loved tapes. When CDs came out, brilliant. But tapes, nothing better. I got a tape holder here. Everyone had one of these for their car.
Oh yes.
And you'd obviously have all your blanks in there. Of various different guises. This is even still sealed, mate. Still sealed.
And that's the C120 as well, which is, can I just say, for the C120, dicing with death.
Oh, yeah.
If you're putting that in your car player.
Why?
Because the 120s, you had obviously your hour on each side.
Yeah.
But to get that hour in, the tape had to be slightly thinner
than
in your C60s and your C90s, which is why these ones almost always were the ones you ended up with the pencil.
I didn't know
to sort that out. Yeah, thinner tape. So they got the so it would all fit on.
Well, this has got. I mean, we've got Hooked on Classics, Greatest Hits, Louis Clark conducting the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. We've got that one on, so that'll get your XR2i down the road. And you've also got the XL Gold C90 Raykel blank tape.
What's the one that I can see? One that says LH and it's got the one next to that one. Who's that? That's your Bassef.
Bassef 120.
That's the good gear. That is.
Is it?
Yeah. Your Bassef. Because Maxell good as well.
Yep.
But when you're on a limited budget as a child, Woolworths' own brand,
of course,
would be the ones.
And you get a pack of them. Pack of them in your stocking, and then you've got all the charts recorded for the next few weeks.
Yeah,
brilliant. What could go wrong with the industry? And you put these in the in your footwell of your car Fiesta, and you got music to take you all the way to Portsmouth.
Those are the things, though, isn't it? It's all the whole time music's been out. We've always tried to find a way to outwit the system.
Yeah.
Always we try to outwit it, whether it's taping off the radio, whether it's downloading from the Pirate Bay, whether it's whatever. We've always wanted to outwit the music system.
Yeah, we all try and get stuff for free.
Yeah,
even nick a 2p sweet out of the local newsagent
just because you had to.
Yeah, but I got done once for doing that.
Did you?
I was about 6, and he saw me. I took a sweet from the thing and put it in the bag, and took another sweet and put it in my pocket, and he saw me. He took me behind the counter and he said he was calling the police. I shit myself. His wife came downstairs from the flat upstairs. I was shitting myself. He didn't know. I lived to tell the tale, but I never robbed anything again.
Sometimes the lesson, hard taught lesson, short, sharp shock, was what you needed.
And now I buy sweets, and so not only am I eating the wrong stuff, but I'm also skint. So the trick is do one or the other. Don't get fat and pay for it. That's life's weapon. No,
it was a rite of passage, though, wasn't it? To steal something.
I think you have to. If it was a 2p sweet, I remember walking out of a shop once with a sharpener in my hand, and I was about 8, and my mum was like, "Oh my god!" And she took me back in and maybe put it back on the shelf, and I hadn't even realised I had it in my hand.
Picked it up. Yeah,
people do that all the time, don't they? They're walking with a basket out or push a trolley out and go, "Hang about, I haven't been through the bloody tills," and you just have to start running.
Richard Madeley did that with a whole thing full of booze, didn't he? Do you remember? Accidents happen.
He had a mixtape in there with some love tracks, and he was busy getting the whiskey back to old what's her face, Judy.
Yes,
and she loved whiskey and mixtapes, so she was listening to all those music he'd recorded together for a slushy evening.
He just got distracted.
Oh, it went well. You would thinking about Judy back at home,
back in the day.
She's got some love tracks on in the background. She's ready to be teabagged in the morning.
James,
nice. This is from a previous episode, by the way.
Enough. Let's take a little break here.
James's special lunchbox surprise.
Now, I thought we'd end on a high because these were my favourite ones ever. I think we might have even had these a year or two ago in one of the very early episodes. I saw them again. Special order from the Middle East, of course, because they're a traditional 80s British sweet. Have a little look. They only come in these small packs. I have no idea why, but Toffos. Toffos were just wonderful little sweets.
They were like Rolos, but without chocolate.
And not caramel either. They were just toffees, hence the name. They did them in banana flavour, I think.
Oh, look, they've got the right kind of wrapping on them, though. Look at this.
Waxy sort of
waxy
cover.
Paper, just folded, not glued.
Do you remember they came in a banana flavour as well?
Yes, I do.
And these are traditional, but I think they came in something else, maybe a fruit flavour toffo as well. I just wonder if they're as chewy. What do you think? Sounds crunchy.
I thought it was going to be really chewy.
Oh.
But then it's not. Good flavour.
It is chewier. I thought it was going to be. Because like that nougat, they make everything softer now, don't they?
That's not
very buttery.
It's not you pull your teeth out kind of.
No.
Chew though. They're very buttery. Very good.
Let's see. Can only get them online though. Can't get them in shops.
Can't buy them in. Really?
No. So that would be to keep anybody quiet, wouldn't it? Give a kid one of them.
Certainly doing the job for us.
Yeah, it's a shit podcast, really. Just us chewing into the microphone. But yeah. So, hi-fis, stereos, music, mixtapes, things that kept you amused, just kept you going, just looking forward to the charts, looking forward to anything musical that you could record and just create your own.
I think it was because you only had those 2 points during the week of your Thursday, Top of the Pops, your Sunday, the charts on Radio 1.
Yeah.
That was your 2, that was it.
That was your opportunities, wasn't it? And everybody was doing it together. You get into school the next morning or work next morning and you talk about what you heard on the charts and what you saw on Top of the Pops. And you might even, later on, record stuff on VHS of your favourite pop star who turned up on Top of the Pops because you never knew who was going to be on, did you?
No.
It was always a surprise. And Sunday evenings, often with your mates, listening to the charts, ready to record. And I would just love putting mixtapes together for myself, but as I've said a few times, for girls, leave them with hearts on and different things, and put them through their letterbox. And
you're a smooth mover.
Well, I had a few restraining orders in place, but it works a treat. Sometimes if you keep putting them through, I just used to make 40 of them and just put them through all. Just somebody's going to react. Put my home number, my mum's phone landline on it. I did it. But try it, kids.
That's the way forward, isn't it?
You can't do it now, can you? You'd have to post your mobile phone through the bloody letterbox. That's where my music is.
I think they have it slightly easier to date now, James.
Do they?
I think they do. It's
Hinge.
Yeah, Hinge is the thing.
I misheard it the first time. I thought, oh, that's a bit blatant. That is just gross. Why are you just saying that? You fancy some? I wouldn't want to see the profile pictures on that. Well, I probably would, actually. But yeah, it's I mean, it's a lot more direct, isn't it? So there's no need for mixtapes. And
you don't need to woo anybody. It's just straight in.
Fancy it? Yeah, go on in.
That's it.
Put it in.
There we go. Stories.
That's the end of the chat on the old Tinder, isn't it, these days? See you at 7. Oh dear. In fact, this is probably a girl now. No, it isn't. But yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe that's why the mixtape and music has just died as it has. Because
you can make playlists on Spotify, though, can't you? So you could share a playlist with somebody you try. Maybe the Spotify playlist is the new mixtape, James.
What do you think that's people send it to their lover?
Oh, you could share it. Maybe they can.
But you can't edit down the chorus, can you? Just so you go, this is the bit. It's not that horrible bit you sang at the beginning and that bit afterwards.
True.
But I suppose. Yeah, playlist. That's probably it. People
closest we can get, can't we? Yeah.
Get all smooshy.
James, nearly at the end of this episode. Do you want to see if you can figure out what the mystery sound was?
I don't think I'm going to get it.
Okay, I don't think you are either, to be honest. But you will go, oh, of course.
The mystery sound of the 80s.
Wow. Remember them.
So they were early iPods, powered by water.
Water and a bit of air getting squirted in from a push of a rubber button. Yeah, what were they called? But they were everywhere.
Yeah.
There's so many different types. Basketball nets, you had to try and get them in, and little simple ones like that. Yeah.
Hours of fun for you. They were training for our thumbs for things that we didn't know that we would need training for, but that was early training for our thumbs. Those games.
Before we were told to fly drones and attack people. Innocent fun in the 80s, not so innocent with thumbs now.
And on that bombshell.
Bombshell being the operative word.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hopefully, before too long, bits and pieces from our live show will appear on this podcast, and they will drop out over the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. But until then, we won't say see you next Tuesday. This is it. Thanks for watching.
Cheers. Thank you. Bring back the 80s.
Thanks for listening to this week's edition. We'd love it if you could subscribe in your favourite podcast app. And don't forget, there's a video version on YouTube too. You can contact us using the links in the show notes and on the YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time for another edition of Bring Back the 80s.